What's up, everybody? My name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano. Today, I'm going to explain to you how to find every single chord as far as the big categories being major, minor, diminished, and augmented, all in one single video. We're also going to talk about how these chords are constructed, why they matter, and a little bit of music theory. So this video is really geared towards brand new piano players, people who have never played before, and you're hearing all these different chord names. You're hearing, major chord, minor chord, diminished chord, augmented chord. What does all this stuff mean? How do you know what it is? What's the difference? This is going to be a deep dive into chords really as a whole. So let's just get right into it. What is a chord and why does it matter? So first off, by definition, a chord really is just two notes played at the same time. So this would be a chord, 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 and so would this. All of those are technically chords because all a chord is, again, is just two notes played at the same time. When you play two notes at the same time, that's also called harmony, okay? So we know melody is individual notes played, so one at a time. If you think of For Elise by Beethoven, right? That rhythm or that melodic idea, that's melody. And then on the same example, for the harmony side, you might have the A minor chord, and then you would have the E major, right? And those two chords are the beginning to For Elise. So chords matter a lot in music because they make up the harmony, like we were just talking about. So you have your melody, the piece everybody remembers, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You have that, you have Happy Birthday to You, right? All of those things are the melody to the song. That's the part that everybody remembers. But we're talking about chords, which make up harmony. And chords are also very important because they are the backbone. If you can hear that over my cat meowing, then you'll notice how it sounds a lot better. It's a lot more full, it's a lot more intact, and it just sounds better overall. So that's with that harmony included. Those are with the chords included on that. Now, what's going on with this major, minor, augmented, diminished? So we'll start with the major because that makes the most sense. Then we'll get into minor, then diminished, and then augmented, okay? So to even get into these major chords and what we're talking about here, we need to know about intervals. And what is an interval? Why do they matter? How do they make up chords, okay? So intervals those are the building blocks of music theory, okay? So even like we did before, Twinkle Twinkle, this note, C, going up to G, is an interval. And an interval is just a distance between any two notes, okay? So this is an interval between C and D. Between C and D flat is another interval. We can do it that way. We can do from C to this C up here. That's another interval. That's all it is, just a distance between two notes. And we need to know intervals when it comes to chords because intervals make up chords, okay? There's a formula to it. Music it's math expressed musically. Okay, that's really all it is. That's when you play the piano or any instrument, you're just expressing math, you're expressing numbers in a musical context. So for intervals, what's the formula? Like we're in algebra class, what's the formula to make up a major chord? The formula to make up a major chord is 4 and 3. Okay, 4 by 3. You can use this formula to find any single major chord, doesn't matter where you start. And now what does that mean? It means 4 half steps and then 3 half steps. Okay, what is a half step? Half step is another term for interval, really. So we said before this is an interval between C and D flat, or C and C sharp, same thing, right? That is 1 half step. So all a half step is you pick any note and you play the next note directly to the left or to the right. It doesn't matter if it's a white key, it doesn't matter if it's a black key, it doesn't matter. That's what a half step is. You pick any random note, you pick A, you play the note directly to the left, that's a half step. You play it directly to the right, that's a half step. So if you pick A as the example, then you're going to be playing two black keys, whether you go up a half step or down a half step. If we pick B, for example, this is a B. If we go up a half step, we're playing a white note, which is C. If we start at B and go down a half step, we play a black note. Okay, so that's all a half note is. Just whatever note is right next to it, that's one half step. So remember, our formula for a major scale is 4/3. So we start at C, we go up a half step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so hopefully you're not getting too lost right now, but just keep in mind we pick any note. So we start on C in this case. To find any major chord, we go up 4 half steps and then up another 3 half steps. So start at C, count 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have C and E. Then start at E, 1, 2, 3. C, E, G. So we know C, E, G is C major. We just found the C major chord. We can do the same thing. Let's pick another random note. Let's pick D. Okay, let's say we want to find D major. Start at D, go up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have D and F sharp, and then go up 3 more half steps, 1, 2, 3. So now we have D, F sharp, and A. That's D major. Okay, let's pick something weird now. Those are easy ones. Let's say we start on a black note. Say we start on A flat. Okay, so here's A, here's A flat. Same thing. So here's A flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have A flat and C. Then another 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. A flat, C, and E flat is A flat major. Okay, if you understand that, and you can do this again, starting on any single note, it doesn't matter what note you start on, we can find any major chord, okay? Now that you know that formula is 4/3, everything else is going to be a lot easier. So now we can do the same thing with minor chords. To find any minor chord, we reverse the formula. So instead of going up 4 and then up 3, for minor chords, we go up 3 half steps and then up 4, okay? So again, let's take our C chord. We know C major, C, E, G. What about C minor? Well, we'll start on C, go up 3 half steps this time. So 1, 2, 3, and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So C minor is C, E flat, and G. Okay, how about D minor? Remember D major? D minor is you start on D, go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and then go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So D minor, D major. C minor, C major. Okay, so you can use that same exact formula, 3/4, to find any minor chord. You probably also may have noticed all we did to change from major to minor is we raised the middle notes, okay? So here's C minor. To make this major, all we do is take the middle note you're playing and go up 1 half step. C major. Same thing with D. We can do D minor, D, F, A. Go up 1 half step is D major. And of course, we could do the opposite. Remember A flat major we found? A flat, C flat, and E flat is A flat major. All we do for this to make it minor is take the middle note, in this case C, go down 1 half step to, in this case, B. So A flat major, A flat minor. Right? So once you know any major chord, when you can find any major chord by using that go up 4 and then go up 3, you can turn any of those chords minor just by lowering the middle note by 1 half step. Okay, that works universal, doesn't matter what note you start on. Now that we know that, we can also get into diminished chords, okay? So diminished chords are a little bit more rare. If you are very comfortable with all of your major and all of your minor chords, then that's a great place to start, especially if you are brand new. So if you just take that information, what we talked about so far, you're going to be in a great spot, and you can kind of play around with those major and minor chords, find ones that you like, experiment at the piano. Don't just look up YouTube tutorials or sheet music, but actually experiment what you're doing. So to find any diminished chord, all we do now is take that minor sequence. So take that, if we know C minor, C, E flat, and G. All we do to diminish this, diminish is to make smaller, right? So this time we take the top note, in this case G, and lower it by 1/2 step. So diminished chord, you could use 3/2 steps and 3/2 steps. For you math nerds out there, you want a formula, you pick any note, you go up 3/2 steps, 1, 2, 3, go up another 3/2 steps, 1, 2, 3. And again, this formula works with any diminished chord. We pick something crazy. Let's say we go F sharp, start on F sharp, 1, 2, 3. So now we have F sharp and A. From A, go up another 3/2 steps, 1, 2, 3 to C. So F sharp, A, and C. That's our F sharp or G flat diminished. Something you may have noticed as well, if you don't want to use a formula every time, once you know your minor chords, say we take A flat minor, A flat, B, and E flat, to make it diminished, all we do is take the top note, the 5th, and go down 1/2 step. So in this case, it would be A flat, B, and D. That's A flat diminished. And again, we can take any example. Let's take something we haven't done yet. Let's take B flat. So here's your B flat. This is B flat major. And we know that because we start on B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4 is D. 1, 2, 3 is F. So B flat major is B flat, D, and F. We want to make this minor. We take that middle note, the D, go down 1/2 step. So now we have D flat. B flat, D flat, and F is B flat minor. We want to make this diminished. We take the F, go down 1/2 step. So now we have an E at the top. B flat, D flat, and E. That would be B flat diminished, okay? So now we know all our major chords, we know all our minor chords, we know all our diminished chords. Next, I'm going to teach you augmented chords. So augmented chords, they augment, which means they get bigger, right? Diminished chords, we get smaller. We have the 3/2 steps by 3/2 steps. Augmented chords, we're going to get a little bit bigger. So again, if you want the formula, it's 4/4, okay? So go up 4/2 steps to pick C. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know C, E. Go up another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So C, E, and G sharp is C augmented. Okay, so 4/4 is C augmented. And again, you can take this formula for any of the other chords. Let's take something new. Let's take F major. Okay, so here's F, A, C is F major. We know we got the 1 from F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. F, A, C. We want to make this F augmented. All we do is take that top note, the F, or the C, and go up 1/2 step, C sharp. So F, A, and C sharp is F augmented, okay? Or F, A, and D flat, you could say as well. C sharp probably makes more sense in this context, but you get what I'm trying to say here. Augmented, just like for the diminished, we had the minor chord, and we took the top note and lowered it 1/2 step to find the diminished chord. For augmented, we take the major chord, and we take the top note and go up 1/2 step. And now we have the augmented version, okay? So those are all the chords. Now you know about intervals, you know about chords, you know how to find them, and you don't have to count every time. Once you get familiar with the major chords and the minor chords, you can figure out the diminished and the augmented. So just to recap here one more time briefly, to find any major chord, you pick a note. Let's pick A or G. go up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go up 3, 1, 2, 3. That's how you find any major chord. To make this minor, you take the middle note, go down a half step. That would be G minor. Make a G diminished, take the top note, go down another half step. Right? We can also go back to G major, G, B, D. We want to make this G augmented. Take that D, go up a half step. G, B, and D sharp is G augmented. If you want to use the numbers, again, major is 4 by 3. Minor is 3 by 4. So start at C, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 is C minor. We want to find C diminished. All those are 3 by 3. Start at C. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. C diminished. We want to find C augmented. It's 4 by 4. Start at C. Go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start at E. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you find any major chord, any minor chord, any diminished chord, any augmented chord. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. My name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano.